All right, we've imported our picture. So what we've done so far, we went to File, and we selected Import. We selected our image, and we've added it. This image here, this is my Lock Mini image. So if you can see, we have here, let me click out real quick. If you can see this line here, 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 and here, these are our registration marks. The white image is the canvas, the print area. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to expand bottom right with the 2X or the 2 arrows crossing, and we're going to go ahead and expanding some more. We're gonna move up so that the registration marks are higher, but then we're gonna try to expand some more, keeping the registration marks in the screen. All right, so if you notice here, registration marks are just barely making it. I'm gonna make it a tad bit smaller, just a tad bit. Let's get the registration mark off the edge. If you can notice, all 4 registration marks are inside the mat. I'm gonna go ahead now. We're gonna come over here to create. And it brings us this cut settings drop down. Now we're gonna, obviously the model is our solo. I have mine connected through my USB, it's not wireless. And then it has an auto detect of the port that is being used. We are doing a cut line type, and I have my preset at a custom preset here, not the copy paper, but it is a custom preset. We're gonna keep it at cut lines. If you can notice there are options for like a blade and pen, cut lines, or cut and draw lines. We're gonna just do the cut lines. I do have my force or pressure. It may show on some of you computers. I have mine set at 30. My speed I have at 12. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit print cut. Not really adjusting too much of these settings. Now I am going to hit print from here. In this print, I am working with an HP, so this is Windows, and mine is my Epson 15000 printer. I already have my properties set up, and just to show you real quick, I have my paper, my rolls are 14 inches wide, so I do my setup at 8.5 by 14. I actually have it at 8 by 14, not 8.5, but I do have my mat set up for 8. So this way, my image has all the registration lines, and I am using presentation paper matte and high quality in color. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And we're going to hit OK here, and it's going to go ahead and send it to my printer. We're going to let that print, and we will show you how to add it to the mat and how to run it through the solo. Just a moment. And just to show you how bright this image is, this is an eco-solvent printer with eco-solvent ink, and if you see, there are no runs. So let's go ahead and get this image back over to our mat and cutter and show you how we apply that. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and we're going to load our mat. But let me show you about the placement of the mat. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the phone a little closer. All right, so let's do the placement of the image here. So this image here, I'm going to place it into the second grid here. So this is 1, 2, we're gonna go 2 and 2. On this particular mat here, I am using the opposite side here. It really doesn't matter what part of the mat is, as long as you get it into the cutter properly. So again, I use this second grid box here, and I try to line it up as good as possible. I cut my images so these are not sheets themselves. I have rows, and so I'm gonna place it up here, try to get my registration marks as straight as possible. We're gonna go ahead and load this image into our solo. So now, loading this into the solo, I'm gonna try to get this as lined up as possible. Now make sure when you place your mat into your solo, you are keeping it within these black rollers here. Just like any other cutter, the rollers are what move the images. So you have to make sure you put it in. I was so used to my my Cricut that I was, lining it up to the side. There are no grid marks here. There is nothing that is going to lining up for you, so you have to line it yourself. And it wasn't catching, and I wasn't realizing that my mat was not on the other roller, so it would not catch. Sorry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to get this imaged, and we're gonna line it up properly. Okay, so let's get this image lined up. Again, placing it within both rollers. And we're gonna go ahead and line it up. Now there's a bar here. I've been using this line here, right at this silver bar, and I've been lining up my mats with it. Now it will realign itself again, but at least to give myself a line, a good starting point, I need to try to get this in here and get a good line here. So we have a nice solid black line right here, and I want it to match up with that line. So you see there, I want it to match up there, and it's nice there, but I need to come down here to that same line and make sure it is matched up here. As long as it is matched up good there, again, I shifted it a little bit just to make sure it's still lined up on there. We're gonna come back here and pull this lever up. This locks the wheels back down, and we're going to go ahead and we're getting ready to have it to start the scan. Let's get back to our screen and I will show you what to do next. Oh, better yet, before we get to start to scan, we got to make sure that this here, which is our blade, is lined up with this registration mark. So I'm going to go here to our control panel, and I'm going to just tap a few times, lightly tapping, and you see I tap here and this moves. So I'm going to just show you, and I'm going to tap again, and I'm trying to get the point of the needle to line up with this corner here. So let's go here, and it went past just a little bit. There we go. Okay, we're getting a little bit slower there. I'm not sure if you can see, but it is just about on that line. There we go. We got it lined up to that corner, and let's go to our screen. Okay, so here back at our screen, we're gonna go ahead and to hit start scan. Again, all of our presets, we leave it on cut type is cut. We have our custom cut preset because I have my mat set to 8 by 14. Again, we wanted to have cut lines. I have my force at 25. I reduced it. It was at 30 earlier. I'm going to reduce it down to 25. So we have 2 cut lines. The cut lines are at, the force of the, or the pressure may show on yours is going to be at 25 here, and I have my speed at 12. Let's go ahead and start scan. Let's see here. Start scan. Your screen should look something like this. And it is reading my registration marks. And that's that. Let's see how it cut. I'm going to release the lever, pull our mat out, and let me get a reading tool. And let me show you how precise this cutter is. And you saw the speed, you had it on 12, and it moved really, really fast. Oh, there we go. Don't want to mess up the image there. Okay, let me just come to a corner. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of use my knees to hold it down. Watch the peel. Look at that. Look at that. I love it.